What's up crew, I'm Alan and today I'm giving you a bike check on my Giant Rain E. Yo! This is a big beefy e-bike and I use this to ride DH trails that we normally shuttle. So I've upgraded this a bunch, but I've got one brand new upgrade that I need to tune today, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. How's it going, man?
A few moments later.
Great. So I was getting ready to set the sag on my fork, but my shock pump battery was dead and I didn't have a watch battery just sitting around, but I figured I could just cannibalize the battery from this bad boy. This is one of my favorite pumps, by the way, the Synchros 2-stage shock pump. But in order to get to the watch battery in here, you have to get into these little screws. I've got some nice Wera hex tools, but this little grip on here was getting in the way. So I had to pull out the old scissors and cut off a little bit of that rubber end so that it would fit. And then we were all good. So I've got a dead tire gauge. Fortunately, I've got a backup tire gauge. I've got a working shock pump so I can set sag, take this with me on the trail and do adjustments as we go. So I guess I got to tell you what the most recent upgrade is, and that is putting a Charger 3 damper on the RockShox Zeb. It had the Charger 2 in there, so I worked with the Path Bike Shop and they had the Charger 3 put in there for me and also some buttercups. But now we need to set sag and then tune that fork a little bit. It should be pretty straightforward because it is a RockShox and those are pretty easy to set up, I hear. Anyway, so I still got a bunch of stuff to do, so let's do that. All right, so the sag right now is about 18%. I want to take it down to like 20%. We've got 61 in there and that probably dropped a little bit. Take it down to 60 and see where we're at. So I do try to keep it pretty simple by bouncing on it a little bit and then just sitting so that it's nice and consistent. And maybe the riding sag is going to be different than the seated sag, but this is just a checkpoint, you know? All right, that didn't really do anything. So we're going to go down to 58. Bounce, bounce, sit down. And I have most of my gear on right now. The helmet is a couple more pounds, but you know, we're just getting it close. So we're right at 20, and maybe you noticed, but I was actually looking at the 180 side. And that's because we went from 170 to 180. This bike normally comes with a 170, so we're gonna do 180 now. So our fork, we're now 180 C4 for Charger 4, and we're at 58 now. And let's do the dampers now. The Charger 3 has high-speed compression and low-speed compression, and I'm gonna set the high-speed compression pretty open and the low-speed compression kind of in the middle.
Have a rat day.
Yo! And the way we're gonna do that is we're going to count the clicks from close. Turn everything all the way clockwise until it stops, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll count the clicks out and see how many clicks we have left. And for the middle, obviously we'll divide that by 2, put it in the middle. And for the high-speed compression, I'm gonna go like 75% or 80% open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, I'm realizing that RockShox has these little lines on here, so maybe I don't need to count. All right, let's do the high-speed rebound. I think I'm gonna set that 75% open because I like it kind of fast, but we'll start with that. So I'm gonna go all the way close, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's say 18. So what's 75% of 18? Half of 18 is 9. Half of 9 is 4.5. 9 plus 4 is 13. So we'll go 12 for now. Math! All the way closed. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fun fact, this is not a rabbit and a turtle. It's a tortoise and a jackalope. If you look close, you can see that it's got little horns. So if I ever do a trivia question, you'll know the answer. So you'll notice I put high-speed rebound 12/18, and that means it's 12 of 18. I like to do that just so that I know where that is in the range. And I'm actually not writing down the compression stuff because I have it right on top of the fork. I don't need to write it down. I can just look at it. Genius. Take the shock pump with us. Where the heck did the tire pressure gauge go? In case you're wondering, 26 in the back tire, 24 in the front tire. Bike is ready to go. I'm gonna move it away and then I'm gonna get ready to go. Sorry crew, knocked you over. Alright. Beep bop boop. Head, eyes, hands, knees, feet. I swear that's from the water bottle crew. See you guys.
All right, have fun.
Okay, first little descent on the new fork. The fork itself is not new, but the internals are, so it's practically new. And already it feels good. One thing I always struggled with the Charger 2 was it was either plush or supportive. I couldn't get both. And right now, it feels like I'm gonna be able to get both. Let's get the bike check part of this going. We just did the climb, so let's talk about seat and grips. I've got the Spank Oozy on here. This one fits my booty really good. I've tried a bunch of different seats and I found the main thing is having the right amount of firmness and the right width. A legit bike shop should be able to measure your sits bones, and you want to get your seat like a little bit wider than the measurement of your sits bones, and that'll really help you stay comfortable. I pretty much never wear a chamois. I just wear underwear that doesn't have seams in weird places. Right now I'm using like the beneath, but I have pedaled for many miles without a chamois, so that's kind of nice because then you don't get diaper butt. Let's talk about grips. So I run the ODI Longnecks.
Long neck.
I really like these because a lot of the times I ride without gloves and these work really well. The little ribs on there are nice and cushiony, but they also kind of grip your hand even when you're a little bit sweaty. They work well with gloves too. Gloves, no gloves. I also like the inside little bit here because that lets me know where my hand is on the grip. All right, let's get to descending and feeling out this fork. All right, let's see what this is about. I like to use distortion as the first test out of any kind of suspension stuff because it's got a lot of everything and not too much of anything. Oh. Tracking really nice through there. I should note my left wrist is a little beat up right now, so I'm having to like concentrate on not letting it roll back too much. But I have to say, already this feels good. Like I feel the rollover on everything is nice and firm, not firm. It's nice and planted, but I'm also getting good pop. Like, don't get me wrong, the Charger 2 did its job. If you've been with the channel for any amount of time, you know I've ridden this bike with the Charger 2 on some legit DH tracks and didn't really have a problem. The Charger 3 is really feeling good. Like, I want to say I haven't been on the bike for a while because I had a bit of a crash in Sedona. So this is actually my first descent in how long? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen how long it's been. And it feels really good. Okay. So that was pretty quick, but I think that is a indication of things to come. I'm able to keep this nice and supportive and poppy while still being plush. And I don't even really think I need to change anything yet. I've just got the initial settings. Actually, why don't we do the fork part of the bike check now? Quick little pro tip, if you're ever on a mountain bike trail and you see a spot that looks like it's gonna be good to take a photo of your bike, look around, there's probably already sticks on the ground from other mountain bikers propping up their bikes. This will do. The fork is a RockShox Zeb, 180 millimeters of travel. We've got Charger 3 in here as well as Buttercups, and so far, digging this thing. Let's talk about the shock too. So we're doing a bit of a mix and match with our suspension. RockShox on the front, Fox on the back. You don't need to match brands as long as the whole bike is nice and balanced, good to go. This bike comes 160, but I overstroked it to 165. Factory DHX2. I've got a 425 coil on here, which for my weight is pretty good, nice and plush. This one's got all the dials and knobs, although they're not really knobs. They got all the settings. By the way, this shock actually came off the Rain SX, which is currently for sale. This thing is solid. I took it to Whistler. I've ridden it all over the place. Really good. Okay, let's do the lower half and then we'll talk about more of the cockpit and things like that.
MCB Allen?
How's it going, dude?
What's up, dude?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing amazing. Demoing the bike right now.
Heck yeah, dude. What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb, it's good to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you.
See ya. Burp. Oh yeah. All right, let's talk at a cockpit. As we mentioned before, ODI Longnecks, TRP brakes. I love these brakes. Really good power, nice modulation. I get a little bit of grabby feel. I like that. I don't actually remember what rotor sizes I have on there. I want to say it's like 180 and 200 or 200 or I don't know. It's this amount of rotorness. Now, these are the Trail Evos, and I have found that these are plenty. And I think for most people out there, you'll be fine with the Trail Evos. Not everybody needs the DHR Evos. The main difference really is up here. The calipers are pretty much the same. And I think probably 80 to 90% of riders out there will be fine with the trails. Hello?
Yeah, I heard from some locals that you're hunting cougars up there.
Well, maybe I am the cougar. What are you doing? Where are you at?
I'm in Greer.
I know. Well, okay, but where? Well, give me a call when you're when you're at the top or halfway up or something. And
All right, cool.
cool. Heck yeah, dude. Bye. Aaron from Trail Dogs. Maybe we'll connect up with him later. But like I was saying, I've ridden these at the bike park. I've ridden them on long extended DH tracks, and they've been fine. If you're racing or if you're doing really incredibly long, gnarly DH tracks, or you're spending lots and lots of time at the bike park, then maybe the DHR Evos are for you. But for me, these have been fine. And this is on an e-bike. This is like a 50+ pound e-bike, and they've been fine. Now the bar, this is the OneUp 35 mil rise. It's got the kind of oblong stuff going on, so it has a bit more compliance. Ever since I put these on, I have absolutely loved them. I've got them on as many bikes as I can get them on because they really eat up the really small chatter. They're still really supportive, but they just smooth everything out a little bit. And that's held onto there with the giant contact stem. Does its job, 35 millimeters. We'll get in another lap, tune the fork a little bit more, and then we'll talk about wheels, pedals, and all the rest of the stuff. Nice. Is it weird that because of the damper, even with 10 mils more travel, it feels like a more poppy bike? There's a rock in here that likes to get your rear tire. That was it right there. Nice. that's nice.
Smooth daddy.
I love that there's a turn right after that jump. I used to hate it, but now you just like into it.
Best berms up here, huh?
Yeah. I've seen people go over it, but yeah, if you lean, it holds. While I was adjusting pressure on the fork, I ran into the trail dogs. And because I'm social, I let it derail the video for a little bit. I dropped down to 56, I think. 2 down from where I was. And so far it's feeling pretty good. I don't think I've done this trail. Have I done this trail? Who knows? Oh, that highline looked good. Ooh. Yeah. Nice. Heck yeah, that was fun, dude. Oh.
I figured like that was.
Yeah. All right, let's talk wheels, pedals, cranks, and drivetrain. On the front, there's a giant TRA, and on the back, I've got a giant TRX. The front is alloy, the back is carbon. Now, it's a little bit weird, right? And that's because I kind of destroyed the TRA that was on the back, and I am actually stealing the wheel from my not E-Rain. 27.5 in the back, 29 in the front, so we're running that MX setup. And I've got a Minion DHR2 on the back and a Maxxis Assegai on the front. So I'm thinking of upgrading the wheels, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get yet, but I would like to hear what you think I should get. So leave me a comment below. The cranks are 160 Praxis. That's what came on the bike, and they work fine. Don't really feel like I need to upgrade those. The pedals, however, are Crank Brothers Stamp 1 size large. These have become my favorite pedal. They match up really nicely with my Crank Brothers Stamp Boa. I'm running my old beat up ones right now, but I do have the Crank Brothers Stamp Trail, which I'll be testing out soon. But because I'm doing other stuff on the bike right now, I didn't want to change anything else. The Stamp ones are composite, and some people are into the metal. I like some metal, but I do like the composite on my pedals. I don't really know why, other than that I just like the way they feel. Maybe it's just in my head, but I feel like they dampen things. They don't dampen things, they damp things. Drivetrain. And the drivetrain is just your straightforward SRAM GX. Works just fine. I don't really need to put anything fancy on there. I've been stoked on it. The dropper is the giant dropper that came on here. I've had zero problems with it. It's been solid. Now, about the fork, I dropped 2 more pounds in the front. It's feeling pretty good. I'm gonna get another descent in and we'll check in at the truck. Yeah. Yo, were you like super chilling or what? Okay. That was sick. It was nice to actually get follow cam of you though, because you're usually like, no! Yo! Yo!
If you guys want to climb the bike, let's go down and then you promise.
I'll ride it soon though.
Yeah, for sure.
Good riding with you, dude.
All right, man. Good seeing you.
Bye, John. Bye, Edwin.
Bye, take care.
See ya.
Cool. All right.
thanks for sticking with me and letting me tell you all about my favorite DH-ish e-bike. The Giant Rain E has served me really well, and now that the Zeb is upgraded from the Charger 2 to the Charger 3 and has a little bit more travel, it's even better. Like, again, solid bike as is, but that little bit of extra swoosh in the front and a better charger, a better damper in the front. I'm really digging it. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and also let me know what wheels you think I should get for this bike. Whatever you do, until next episode, go have a rad day.